Double amputee receives tons of Tinder matches thanks to her brilliant bio. No. It's not thanks to her brilliant bio. It's thanks to her brilliant...
Using the brainwave, this application tells you whether you are interested in the person. All right.
I wish I didn't even have to have known any of these concepts or even what a incel even is. Because I just want to live a normal life where I have like a decent girlfriend who I like that I can just hang out with and have fun with. I don't understand these guys and these incel communities who, as you said, look like Justin Bieber. They're talking about how incel they are and how no one will date them and they're only like 17 years old.
The incel community is a group of men who acknowledge the black pill and are unable to get into relationships with women because of their subpar looks, for the most part, but there are some who can't because of mental disorders that they may have, be it anything from social anxiety up to full-blown autism. We have our own terminology, such as roasty, which refers to... in one instance, it refers to a woman's... the labia of a woman's chad hole, and it's called roasty because it's a meme that women who have had a lot of snuggles, their labia gets beaten up by chad into them, and so their chad hole starts to resemble roast beef, so we call it a roasty. And then by extension, we refer to the woman herself as a roasty. We talk about the black pill. We have a slang for women, which is femoid, which is basically female. It's to dehumanize them them by saying femoid, or we shorten it even more by saying foid. We talk about femcel logic or femoid logic, and that's because women, women's logic is governed by not logic at all. It's governed by emotions. What else do we say? We talk about looks maxing, which is improving your looks because looks are important to women. We have slang such as it's over. We have slang such as cope, as in cope is like a something blue-pilled that you may tell yourself to give yourself the illusion that things aren't as bad as they seem. I think that's a good definition. We have rope, which is a verb or a noun, and that's like a slang for checking out. We have what else? I'm just looking at this image here. Okay, so this is a kind of compendium of this kind of things we discuss in the incel community. So here's a newspaper article from the Mail. Foot fetish model 33 claims she earns nearly $100,000 a year by selling her unwashed socks and trainers, that's sneakers, to fans. And that's her on the upper left here. Again, we have another woman banks $60K in dollars selling her dirty underwear online. Again, from the Independent, that's from the New York Post. We have from the Independent, university student sells her used underwear online for up to £50 a pair. I think that's $75 US. So you can see that incels are discussing observable reality. We're discussing things that are actually taking place. We're not, again, as I've said before, we're not dreaming up these misogynistic anecdotes that aren't reflected in real life. We take examples from things that are actually happening to explain why the black pill is real. Again, let's look at this other article. Double amputee. This is bottom right-ish. Double amputee receives tons of Tinder matches thanks to her brilliant bio. No. It's not thanks to her brilliant bio. It's thanks to her brilliant chad hole. That's it. because she has a chad hole, she has high snuggling market value. Women have a high SMV because of their chad hole, and that's just it.
Just like a pair of legs with like cut off at the torso would have more
snuggling market value
than the average male.
Mm-hmm. And if you could see that in the bottom right, she's standing there on her prosthetic legs, and to the left of that, you see her in a wheelchair. So she has high SMV. She gets more, thanks Immortal Sirens, she has more SMV than probably most guys watching this show.
I would date her.
I can see problems dating her. Thanks, Gresh. Gresh, thanks for the $2 donation. Chat says Bay Shaman would clown you. Thoughts? Possibly. He's done more live podcasts than I have. He does podcasts every single day, so he's probably developed his his debating skills better than I have. So possibly, but I would come with more facts. He would come with more appeals to emotion, more well, don't you think this, don't you consider this, and he may be able to come across as more charismatic. But then again, I mean, to add to that, he's had more positive reinforcement than I have, so he's going to be a more confident guy because he's good looking. So you ain't kidding, brother. The Unreal. He's had more positive feedback, so he's going to be more confident. Near the double amputee story, above her picture, we have a description of the blue pill, a description of the red pill, and a description of the black pill. To the right of that, we have a woman clowning a guy who's shorter than her. She's holding out her hand above his head and basically making fun of his height. Bottom left, we have a chart that shows that the more snuggling partners a woman has, the more likely she is to divorce her partner. Next to that, on the right, we have I think that's a Huffington Post article. Inside the incels looks maxing obsession, stretching, skull implants, and rage. So when women want to look smacks through, rhinoplasties and butt implants and all that, it's not an obsession. But when men want to do it, finally, it's an obsession now.
And I'd also note that surgeries are very female-centric, even when men get them. So, like, surgeons don't really have a lot of experience doing operations on men, so they'll try to make a man look attractive in the way that a woman would want to look attractive.
Yeah.
So they'll give them a rhinoplasty that makes them look like they have a feminine nose.
Yes.
They don't understand, like, male, like, needs and male aesthetic requirements.
Definitely. There was one guy in the incel community who had a rhinoplasty, and probably because it was...
Was he on PR?
Yeah. It was in the early days of the looks money status.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, it was in the early... I'm burping like a mother... It was in the early days, and because it wasn't pointed out to him, like, we didn't say... Because we didn't know in those days, we didn't say, make sure you don't get a ski slope nose job. You didn't make sure your nose... make sure the bone isn't shaved down in such a way that it gives your nose like an L shape.
Yeah.
He got that surgery done, and it was an L shape, and it made his nose look feminine. So, yeah, the surgery is more tailored towards women. And in a way, I can understand, because women are more likely to get surgery because men are blue-pilled. So men are more likely to go to the gym than they are to get surgery. But yes, it would be good if surgeons would study male aesthetics as much as they did women's.
Yep.
Okay, and next we have Twitch donations reactions. That's Dr. Cuddles, $2. You ran from Mr. Lucario. Your theories are wrong. I didn't run. I fell asleep. It was an overnight stream, and I didn't run from him. If he'd be willing to, I owe him a stream. If he would be willing to come back, then that would be good. I tried to reorganize a stream with him, but he said because he got a lot of racist comments from guys on PU, he said that he won't be doing a stream unless they apologize, and no one did. So that's where that came. That's how that went. What did you want to say, Bob?
Oh, is this Aubrey Allen character who's in the comment section, is that a real girl? Or because I'm very much doubting a real girl would sit on this live stream for more than 20 minutes.
Yeah,
she's been there for 2 hours.
I doubt it myself.
Girls are not hanging out on this live stream at 10 o'clock over there in the UK.
No, it's 1 a.m. here.
The club.
It's 1 a.m. here.
Well, even then they're coming back from the club.
Exactly.
With Chad.
Yeah. They're not going to sit here watching a live stream with Chad. So, yeah, highly doubtful. It depends where she is. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe they have this in the background. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. So the Twitch donations, this is majorly depressing. Women can make money easily on Twitch by just playing a video game. And you'll notice that when women play a video game on Twitch, the video game is in a tiny window, and the main window is them, and there probably some cleavage or something. And men actually will pay women to read out their names. So women will donate to the Twitch gamer, just to have the woman say, "Thanks for your donation, Incel123," and he'll get some dopamine rush off of his alias, not even his name, his alias being read out. It's like a little, it's like a mini girlfriend experience for him. Oh, a female said my name.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
but that just
really,
speaks
really
again to how
depressing.
desperate men are.
I can't blame the women at all for doing it. I mean, if I was a woman,
do it myself.
I would be doing it. Yeah. But the guys who are giving these girls money just so they can have they can play sim girlfriend. It's just up.
Men's desire for snuggles drives them to thank you, Immortal Sirens. Men's desire drives them to approach women, to donate to women, to there are these outward manifestations that men do that women don't do, and some of it is social norms, but women won't care. Women won't be afraid to approach a good-looking guy sometimes. So it's because men have this it's an all-encompassing huge snuggle drive. Thank you, Sams. What's the difference between red pill and black pill? To discuss the difference between the red pill and the black pill, it's necessary to look at the blue pill. The blue pill is the idea that women are attracted by kind gestures, being attentive to their needs, sucking up to them, that kind of thing. The red pill acknowledges flaws in women's attraction switches, what turns them on, how they behave. The red pill teaches that your behavior can change the outcome of that. So it's behavioral determinism. You can act more alpha to stop your wife or girlfriend from cheating. You can act more alpha to get a girlfriend. So the black pill is acknowledgement that your genetics determine how well or badly women treat you. Any changes you make to become more attractive need to be done at the genetic level, or it should seem to be a change at the genetic level. So if you have jaw surgery or leg lengthening surgery and the woman doesn't know that you've had those surgeries, that indicates that your genetics are up to scratch. So it's genetic determinism. Note that the red pill described both behavioral and genetic determinism when it first started, but the red pill was hijacked by PUAs, and the red pill communities on Reddit. So there was a split, and now the red pill and the black pill are two separate lines of thinking. Okay, go ahead, Bob.
The whole red pill mindset, honestly, to me, just reeks of correlation does not equal causation in a lot of the things that they say and they believe. Like the idea that say like that women want like cocky, kind of arrogant guys. Like when they say that, I feel like what they're really saying is that women just want good-looking guys, because when you're good looking, you're going to be confident and arrogant and cocky because you've been treated by people your whole life in a way that makes you that. So like when you're an ugly guy and you try to act all like game, you try to act all like, you know, hey, what's up, get on my dick, like girls will just laugh at you, or they'll just think you're a massive creep. But if you're like a really good looking guy and you do that, they'll do it because they want you, because you're attractive to them. It's like deep down, like a lot of those behavioral improvement techniques are they're just misunderstanding what women are really going for.
Yeah,
they're not going for the behavior, they're going for looks.
Yeah, they've looked at the PUAs and the red pill community, have looked at women who are attracted by cocky, alpha, good-looking guys, and they've picked on they've focused in or homed in on the fact that these good-looking, cocky, alpha guys are cocky and alpha, and they said that's what's attracting the women, not realizing that the good-looking aspect is what's attracting the women. Yeah,
and it's almost immaterial, the actual actions and behavior. As long as you're not acting like a total needy weirdo, you're doing basically the bare minimum you need to behave well around women. You don't need to go out of your way to act like, oh, I'm the fucking shit, I'm a man. Like you just have to be normal, basically. And if you're not normal, then you need to work on that. That's your priority. But if you meet that standard, then there's other reasons why you're not getting women, and it's probably your face. Master Yoda with his great quote there.
What was that? I missed that.
Telling an ugly-looking guy to have confidence, like pouring syrup and calling it pancakes.
Yeah, I love that. That's good. So the incel community is a community of men that believes that women are attracted by physical attractiveness first and foremost, that women have dating on tutorial mode because of the male snuggle drive. Primarily, men will date and snoo anything, and because men would snoo anything, and because women, the barrier to snoo is often dating. So especially if you're not good looking, so men are more likely to want to date a woman who's low on the attractiveness hierarchy, who's like a 3-4 out of 10, and then with that comes like the thirst. Men have a higher snoo drive, so they're more thirsty, more desperate for women. Women are more likely. Women are the ones who friend zone men most often.
They should rename the friend zone the face zone. That's what it really is.
Yeah. The incel community is describing a disadvantage that some men are at. We're at a disadvantage, and not to say that we're victims, but you could say that we're a marginalized group. We're disadvantaged, and women have this victim mentality, and women don't like what I've learned. Women don't like the fact that there's this group that has this not victim mentality, but there's a group that acknowledges its disadvantage in the dating scene, dating sphere, that they can't be a part of. So women invented their own parallel community. So this is the True Femcels subreddit, and if you noticed, it's a direct carbon copy of the male incel forum. So they talk about looks maxing. The incel's black pill has become the female pink pill. I mean, cringe. They talk about cope or rope, everything that's discussed in the male incel forum. They've kind of flipped the genders, and thanks for the $10, Immortal Sirens. They flipped the genders and just basically copied our memes and our jargon and our discussion points wholesale. One thing I thought was really clever was they use worsty where we use roasty, which is, if you remember, I said roasty is about the, pounded female chad hole. Their equivalent is worsty, which is quite clever. It's quite funny. Worsty is like a sausage. It's a carbon copy. The problem is, here's where women lack self-awareness. Oh wait, then let me just read some of this stuff out. If you look near the top right at the zombie-looking woman, a femcel captioned the image, "When a femcel tries to look smacks." Now, the male incel community uses humor and hyperbole as well as examples from observable reality, real-life situations. Femcels rely more on what was meant to be satire to prove their real-world view. So if they had used a real-life example of a below-average looking woman who tried to look smacks with makeup, and she actually came out decent looking, which you can do with makeup is powerful, then that would ruin the femcel's victimhood. Male incels use hyperbole for humor's sake. Female femcels use hyperbole to try to prove how disadvantaged they are. They discuss the pink pill as if it's a huge paradigm shift for them, as the black pill is for men. But women have been told from the get-go that their looks matter to men. They're encouraged to work on their looks by wearing makeup, push-up or padded bras, figure-hugging clothing, hair extensions, etc. Men are told to work on their personality and confidence and game, with some very light and vague grooming advice thrown in, but it's mostly about confidence and personality. That's what men are told. In the extreme top right, they talk about worsty logic, but worsty logic builds civilizations and keeps women protected. So when men attack female logic, it's because female logic is based on emotion for the most part. So what's going on? These femcels are basically repeating everything said about women, or them, femcels, but switching the genders. You'll notice that most of their posts are about their feelings rather than things you can observe. They posted an example of them catfishing a male incel with an attractive woman's profile. So the male incel sent multiple messages and was acting needy. So they used this as proof that even incels think they deserve a hot woman. Now, this argument depends on omission. Most men want an attractive woman, but that's not to say that most men wouldn't pursue or date a woman of lesser attractiveness. So men go after the attractive Stacys and the average-looking Beckys, but femcels focus on the fact that men go for the attractive Stacys to keep their victimhood narrative valid. If they zoomed out and acknowledged that men don't only chase hot women, but also less attractive women, then their whole victimhood is rendered void. All right, here's some proof that the femcels or true femcels copy incel memes wholesale without even thinking about it, without any self-awareness. Can you see on the left-hand side, there was a topic that says, "You think you're safe if you date below your looks match, and if you babe box, think again." And then they tried to drop some pink pills, which I agree with the pink pills posted. Now, this phrase, babe box, this is how you know they copy our memes wholesale without much thought. When we in the incel community talk about beta boxing or beta bucks, that comes from evolutionary psychology, where the alpha box and the beta box, basically, it's the alpha man. He fucks the women in their prime. He's the man that women want, desire, lust after. And the beta is the man that women settle for, that women get with because he's the safe option, because he'll stick around and be a father to their children. So it took the alpha beta box idea or philosophy, ideology, is to do with women's dual mating strategy. They want the good-looking guy, the alpha, to and the beta for his box. Okay? Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, beta box means the beta provides the bucks, the dollars. That's what box means. Now, for them to say babe bucks, that doesn't mean anything, because men don't want women for their money. So they've just basically switched the beta bit and left the box in when that doesn't apply to them. Men don't date women for money generally. So they've just copied the meme, copied the term wholesale and switched it because they think by putting something feminine in front of it, switching one of the syllables or one part of the composite term with a more teehee female sounding noun, they think they've tailored it towards females when they've actually tailored the wrong thing, because if anything, they should have swapped out the box bit, because men don't date women because of their money. It's women who want the provider and the financial providing and the safety net of a man. So they really don't know what they're doing at the True Femcels subreddit.
Yeah, I mean, there's no applicability whatsoever. Like, men don't give a shit about how much money a woman makes. So, like, there's no factor in attractiveness in that direction. And obviously, like, it still matters for men, but I think that even the concept of beta boxing is kind of a dated one, even when it comes to women to men. Like, I think that women are increasingly disinterested in guys who are like stable earning partners or whatever, or it's increasingly less important to them for a guy to make money or to have money at all. Like, just not being broke, I think, is the bare minimum required on that front now.
Yeah.
To more or less be fine. You don't have to earn that much for a woman to like care about you anymore. Like, and the reason why is because we live in such a society that has such a great material level of abundance. Like, I think these effects are contextual. Like, in societies which are poorer and have higher levels of poverty and there's more material scarcity, money is a much more significant factor in determining attractiveness, because it has to be. If you're starving to death, you need a guy who can actually provide for you, so you can survive and continue to live and pass on like your genes to the next generation. But in a society where poverty is, to be poor in a country like the United States or the United Kingdom or Australia, poverty is a relative thing, not an absolute thing. So even the poorest people in my country are probably living better than 95% of people on the planet. And
100%.
Poverty now is like negatively correlated with health. Like, poor people tend to be more obese. Poor people are actually overnutritioned. They eat more. They have more food. So money is much less important in societies that have achieved greater levels of material abundance, because it doesn't need to be important. So I think that a lot of people like to apply concepts like that are increasingly becoming less powerful and influential, because, as I've said before, like, we're richer than ever now. No one really needs to have money to survive and continue to pass on their genes.
I 100% 100% agree.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this, like this pink pill shit. I've never seen this before, like this true Femcels subreddit. Like I didn't know this existed.
It's pretty annoying. They've banned men. They've banned men from their.
How are you seeing it though? How do you have access?
It's open to lurk, but this is different. This is different from the Forever Alone women forum.
Oh yeah.
So you can lurk, you just can't post. Sorry, they ban men from posting. And this may sound hypocritical that incels from some incel forums, or in some incel forums, they ban women, but that's because I can explain that, or this is my theory. On Lookism, it was not really a male incel forum, but inceldom and looksmaxing is discussed a lot. And then you had women come onto the forum saying, "Oh, we're incel too. We're struggling too. Women struggle with looks and dating too." Then what you saw was women who came onto that forum would approach the good-looking fake cells, the guys who weren't really incel, who posted their pictures, who wanted validation. So there were guys on Lookism who would post their pictures maybe to brag, or maybe because they had an inkling that they're good looking, but they just wanted confirmation, so they posted their pictures publicly. Yeah, so these women who joined the Lookism forum would private message the top tier guys on lookism.net, and
wow.
Yeah, and it basically became a pissing contest. So it was like, Lookism is a forum that discusses looks and inceldom and female behavior, but when women join a male group, it descends into competitiveness and competition, and women go for the top tier guys, and it just breaks the community down. It changes the dynamics of the community. So that's why on a few incel forums they ban women, because it will just change the dynamics, and it will encourage the fake cells, the good-looking guys who are LARPing, pretending to be incels. It would encourage them to come out of the woodwork and post their pictures, and so it's to uphold the integrity of the forum, I guess. That's why. That's
like 80% of guys on all those incel Reddits and forums. Most of them are fake cell, seemingly in some way. It feels like.
Yeah. So that's why women are banned from the incels, like incels.me and the brain cells subreddit. But that doesn't explain why women ban, or true femcels ban men from their subreddits and forums. In fact, if we go to if we go to this image, if you look at the lower middle of the screen, this is a composite image. I've kind of edited various aspects just to bring it to you all at once. And if you look at the yellow highlighted text, it says, "Looking for a date? Try r/incel date. We're not a dating service." So you know where this comes from? And it happens over and over again. They had an influx of men approaching them, posting on the subreddit, saying, "I'd date you if you're a femcel. Like, I'm a male incel. Let's solve each other's problems. Let's get dating." And they said, no. But we're femcels though. And the men were saying, "No, but I want to date you. I want to solve your femceldom. I want to date you and make it so you're not a femcel anymore. And the femcels are like, no, but no, we're femcels though, where we can't get men. So it's, again, women's victimhood. They don't even want their problems solved. I've PM'd women on the True Femcels subreddit. No reply, no response. Or they talk quick, they talk to you like a few messages, and then they just, they start to slowly ghost you. These True Femcels basically want good-looking guys. They're not... Whereas in the incel community, on the whole, we want any kind of girl who meets the bare minimum attractiveness. Femcels, True Femcels, want the cream of the crop guys. Here's another example of the women borrowing, or True Femcels copying our memes wholesale without appropriating our memes without it actually applying to them. So this is... Let's skip the meme for now because it's off tangent. But basically, they're using an analogy to allude to the difference in treatment that attractive women get compared to unattractive women. And then if you look at the comments, one commenter said, "The one on the right needs to work on its personality." Can you tell me what's wrong with that?
Well, it's, for starters, it's not funny. But secondly, like, obviously, it's just like trying to say that guys are getting with Stacys all the time and they're ignoring these ugly girls so that they can date and have
snuggles
with like a tiny number of women. Well, it's obviously not true, because like the vast majority of guys are not getting with those girls, period. No way. Like, especially not the kinds of guys that this is targeted towards. This is like obviously satirizing the preferences and behaviors of guys in like these like internet communities that are not even coming in within like a 50-kilometer radius of a Stacey, let alone dating them. So the idea that they're like excluding girls like this for attractive women is just so dumb. It's like it's so in denial of like obvious reality.
Yeah. So on the one hand, they're denying, or at least omitting, the fact that men chase both Stacey's and Becky's, the less attractive women. But also, what stood out to me here was the comment was, "The one on the right needs to work on its personality." Tell me where women are told to work on their personality. That's that meme. When we in the incel community say that you need to work on your personality, bro, we're satirizing the advice that men are taught, men are told, that is given to men, that says that we're being rejected by women because of our bad personalities. I mean, if you look at the advice given to men to become more attractive, it centers around being more alpha, improving your personality, improving your game. The advice that men get is to improve our personality. Women aren't told to improve their personality most often. They're told to contour their makeup, wear hair extensions, get small cosmetic procedures like a rhinoplasty. Women aren't told to work on their personality. Again, this is an example of them copying our memes and the advice we get told wholesale when it doesn't apply to them. It
doesn't even matter anyway. It's like no matter what personality a girl is affecting or demonstrating, guys will just go for it anyway, just out of the fact that they've got no one anyway. So no matter how unpleasant and awful a girl can be, like, you'll find an army of guys willing to tolerate that for the rest of their life, just out of sheer loneliness and horniness.
Exactly. Women's personalities, as I said before when I was discussing the tenets of the black pill, pretty much are indistinguishable. One woman's personality is pretty much indistinguishable from another woman's. So the women's personality doesn't really matter. The only thing men require of a woman's personality is that they get along with her. Maybe that they get the same kind of humor. But that's about it. That's as far as it goes. So men don't care about personality. Why is she even bringing personality up? It's stupid. She, again, copying the memes wholesale from men, from the male side of the incel community or male incels, and trying to apply it to women to give her, or to give the femcels victimhood when they don't have it.
If personality does matter for women, for men to women, like, it only matters in the medium to long term. Like, you could get into a relationship with a girl who's like obviously absolutely crazy, or you can't deal with this for much longer, but you can't be femcel as a result of that, because guys are still going to want to date you in the short to medium term anyway. Exactly. It doesn't preclude you from relationships. It just precludes you maybe from long-term relationships. But by contrast, like, guys have to be everything even to get the short-term relationships. Exactly.
We have to have the whole package. Someone just said that incels are picky too sometimes. Yes, they're usually fake cells. And trust me, when it comes to fake incels, fake involuntarily celibate men, I'm against them. I speak out against them as much as I do against true femcels. So I've been banned from certain forums sometimes for like having an autistic rage against some guy who says, I'm incel, and then he shows a picture of himself and he looks like Justin Bieber, or he looks like an average normal guy. So yeah, I call out male incels as well. So don't think I'm not misogynistic. I'm not misogynist. I hand out the rage in equal measure, but it's just that women have less reason to even discuss this femcel crap, because men desire women more than women desire men.
Like, I think I speak on your behalf as well as mine here when I outright say that I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to, like, as much as I like talking to you and you seem like a nice guy and everything like that, I don't want to be sitting in a live stream like this, like, talking about shit like this. I wish I didn't even have to have known or had known about any of these concepts, or even what a incel even is, because I just want to live a normal life where I have like a decent girlfriend who I like, that I can just hang out with and have fun with and enjoy my time and my day, and not have to sit in like a YouTube live stream out of just complete boredom, rather than doing fun shit in real life. So I don't understand these guys on these incel communities who, as you said, look like Justin Bieber, or like they're 6 foot tall and they look like Justin Bieber, and they're talking about how incel they are and how no one will date them, and they're only like 17 years old. It's like what the f***? Like, why would you be choosing to sit in these communities full of like mentally ill mutants, rather than going out and like having fun with like a girl, and just traveling with a girl and just enjoying yourself and enjoying your life? It's like, that's my warning to all of these younger people who might be watching this stream now. It's like, if that, my characterization in any way describes, you feel as though it describes you, what I just said, turn off your computer now and go and do something else, because like, you're going to be wasting your life, and this is the last place you want to be in 10 years.
I've said it, and there are so many guys who are actually good looking who have allowed the black pill to overtake their lives, and they talk to me and they say, I think I'm good looking, or I used to think I was good looking, or I had a girlfriend, but now I'm depressed, and now I think I'm ugly, now I think it's over. And I'm like, you've basically yourself over by allowing yourself to listen to the black pill. You should have been outside approaching women, talking to women, socializing. There are so many men who have let themselves who are so many men who are, or incels, who are wasting time, wasting their precious youth by getting on by being in this community. Okay, but femcels. Let me just make a final point. There are male incels who are fake cells, but the ratio of fake femcels is even greater. Like, I don't think there's hardly any woman in the femcel community who is actually an incel or a femcel. I think I've read of women saying, I'm a 21-year-old white blonde femcel. I'm like, in hell, are you kidding? Like, unless you've been in the face, there's no way you're white and blonde and 21 in your looks prime, fertility prime, and aren't attractive to at least some men. Some men will date a woman just because her age is prime, just because she. Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, let's get back to the videos. And if you need any more proof that there's one guy in the live chat who doesn't seem to believe that the black pill is real. You won't convince him. In fact, I have a policy. I have no idea.
If he actually sincerely believes that, then he wouldn't be wasting his time listening to this. He wouldn't even know what this
mentally. I don't know if mentally he's all there. So I don't know if he's all there. He keeps. How can I just say this nicely? He keeps sucking off held by the dashboard light who doesn't believe in the black pill. So I have no idea. I have no idea.
Christ, man, it's like get off the f***ing internet. Like, if the internet hadn't been invented, I feel like at least 50% of maybe the f***ing guys who are in this community now wouldn't be here. Maybe we wouldn't be here if there had been no Tinder and no smartphone.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the videos, and
okay with it. Awesome! Another one from that show.
No, this is from an Australian show now. Now, let me just preface this. I'm not sure how true this is, and it might be, slightly staged or whatever, but we'll take it for what it is.
Using the brainwave, this application tells you whether you are interested in the person.
All right. So this is some kind of convention, gaming convention, and this app tells you if the other person is attracted to you. Okay, so I get.
How does it work?
Yeah, I'm not sure how true this is, but it's funny how it worked out in the direction it worked, rather than the opposite way around. So the way it worked out was black pill. It's funny how it didn't work in the pink pill's favor.
Right.
Just in a romantic way, you two look at each other for 15 seconds in the eyes, and this will tell you whether you like the other person or not. Okay, all right.
Her behavior seems quite authentic. She's, woman. Oh my god, oh my teehee, oh my god. It seems quite authentic. And so look at each other, and the app will tell everyone if who's attracted to who.
Slacking.
Yes.
Be awkward regardless.
In a romantic way.
Okay,
Just
ready?
think unsexy thoughts.
Okay.
Think unsexy thoughts.
Okay.
15 seconds. Okay, the result is...
Brutal. He likes her.
Wow.
She doesn't like him. Brutal. I don't know how true this is.
So
but
he likes her, but she doesn't like him.
Again, black pill is just constantly being proven over and over and over again. It's ridiculous. How can you... The women on the true femcels don't really have anything to discuss. It's their emotions, whereas in the black pill community, it's just black pill after black pill. You can draw black pills from all walks of life, all TV, all anecdotes, all scientific studies. It's just all over the place. The black pill is all over the place. Once you've developed a keen eye to see it.
You're not interested.
Whatever.
Okay.
That's the most uncomfortable thing I've done at an answer before. So,
That's the most uncomfortable thing he's ever done.
Look how happy she is. Like this is why so many guys get deceived, because girls are so good at like being nice to someone who they still don't like deep down. Hate you. They outright hate you. They're not just not attracted to you. They hate you. They can be so nice just to your face, and they're so good at that.
Well, it's because, again, women's... it's biologically advantageous for women to not be honest about their attraction. And, because, if they're too honest, then they could get, let's say, physical repercussions.